In this video, we will talk about down payments, and I'm going to present to you my case, why I think that 50% down payments create 90% of problems in the roofing industry. I know it's a very controversial topic. I know a lot of roofers will absolutely hate me, especially about my proposition, what I think the better down payment should be. So before we go any further, I want you to comment below how much is your company charging right now. If you're the homeowner, please pay attention too, because I'm gonna give you a few tips how to hire a roofing contractor as well. But first, let me start with explaining why I think 50% down payment to roofing contractor is a room for problems. First problem is very obvious. It creates opportunity for scammers. There's so many people out there who takes that initial deposit and never do any work.
An Ozarks roofer is charged with stealing from a customer. A woman in Dallas County says she paid thousands to this man and no one can live in the home.
It sounded easy. A simple knock on the door from a stranger would lead to a roof repair.
A man who police say owns Tennessee Metal Roofing was arrested for home improvement fraud back in August.
If you follow this channel, you have probably seen those stories. We have so many contractors all over the place who still pray and find people who will give them initial check, and it's not small amounts either. Average roofing job is about $10,000, $15,000, so the down payment will be big amount. $5,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000. If it's insurance claims, people don't even feel like it's their money, so they receive money from insurance company, they give it to roofers and never see them again. If we wouldn't be given 50% down payments, we would not have as many scammers. Problem number two, it creates unhealthy competition. 50% down payments contributes directly to low cost entry for business owners to start a roofing business. Let's say you have a local company that's been in business for 40 years, they have capital, they have employees, they're in good standing with their suppliers, they always pay their people on time every Friday. They earned their wealth, they know how to run a business. On the other side, you might have someone who started a company yesterday, have less than $1,000 in their account. They need money to operate. So they're gonna take your money, put it in their accounts, and you have to put a trust in their ability to manage that money. That's what contractors do. They manage cash. They manage your money to buy materials and to pay laborers. If they're good at it, great. If not, they're gonna go out of business. 90% of contractors go out of business within 2 years because they cannot manage money, and other reasons too. But this is how it creates unhealthy competition. Now, this established company, financially stable, have to compete with a smaller company who pretty much broke for the same amount of money. So this company does not need your money, does not need that $10,000 down payment to do your work. They could get away, with charging you at the end. This company cannot even do the work. And I know so many companies who are upside down, robbing Peter to pay Paul. They're behind their bills. They never have enough money. They have disputes with the crews, with the laborers, with the sales guys, because they're broke. And they have to charge 50% down payment. Because so many companies are charging that, bigger companies have to compete with a lot of shady companies on the same terms, and essentially because you never know who is asking for the deposit. Third big problem here is problems it creates inside the businesses. So many times salespeople, personnel in general think about the business is way more profitable than it is. So let's say storm just happened and army of sales guys, 10, 15 sales guys goes in the field and bring to the business whole bunch of checks, those down payments, initial deposits, you name it. So now everybody thinks that this company has $1 million sits on. In Russia, we have a saying, "Не дели шкуру неубитого медведя." It means that don't split the skin of the bear you didn't kill yet. So those initial deposits, just because you sign a contract does not mean that you finish the job and you already made money. But what's happening inside the roofing businesses, they start sharing those initial deposits. Sales guys start getting paid. Money goes towards existing jobs or towards overhead, and companies become in Ponzi schemes. Now they have to depend on future deposits just to stay open. Happens all the time. I've seen it so many times. As a matter of fact, our very first claim in directory happened because of that reason. Someone have paid money and the guy could not do the job for like 2 months, and then later homeowner asked for deposit back. Contractor called us, say, hey Dimitri, I cannot pay this homeowner back, and we helped them out. We kept everybody happy. But the point here is, when you take 50% down, you have to be perfect. Your accounting have to be in place. You have to have checks and balances in place. You have to know what's going on the financial end. You have to know exactly how much money you have in the bank and in the QuickBooks. And so many contractors are delusional. They don't know their numbers. They're not educated, and they don't know what they're doing. And as a result, we have a fourth problem, and this is the biggest one. Ponzi schemes are born. So now, when you don't have financial discipline, now when you constantly move in this cash, you don't know how much money you have. You kind of looking at the one number in your bank account, $300,000. You're looking at how many open jobs you have. Let's say you have 25 jobs, and you have to guess. And if you're a good guesser, great. But most guys, they are not. We don't look at our profit loss statements. We don't look at the financial data, and we start making mistakes, and then we get in the hole. And I know so many big names in business who filed bankruptcy, who have to settle with their suppliers, could not pay their bills, could not pay their sales guys. If you're running Ponzi scheme, there's only one way out. You have to get out of the hole. It will ruin your business. It will ruin your reputation. Sooner or later, you will be at the point where to get out of the hole, you have to literally not pay someone. It could be sales guys, it could be crews, or it could be supplier. Those three sources, how you're gonna come up with the money. We've seen $25-30 million company going out of business, and homeowners not be able to finish their projects and hire someone else and being out of that amount. The question arises is, do we even need the 50% down payment? And I'm gonna argue that we don't. A lot of roofers probably gonna hate me for sharing this information, but from the job cost, materials only cost about 30%. So at no circumstances you really need or must have bigger amount to do the job. So 30% would be enough. As a matter of fact, few states already have regulations in place, especially up north. I believe Boston area has 30% regulation. In California, you cannot collect more than 10%. And guess what? Roofing companies are doing business there, and they're just fine. One of the best businesses that I know actually don't take down payments at all. Eric Green at Michigan is one of the greatest examples here. I know few more contractors who don't take down payments. They're financially stable, and they're pretty much doing a job on a contract, on a handshake. Some companies will do very minimum, $500 or $1,000, and the purpose of that deposit is just to solidify the contract, because money has to be exchanged. Many contractors are not willing to do that. One of the reasons, because they suck at what they do, because they know to get paid at the end, they have to be good, they have to do the work on time, they have to do quality work, and they're just not there. For the consumer, I would say it's a smaller deposit. It will solve a lot of problems in the industry. It will thin the competition. Less people will be getting into business because you have to be financially stable even to offer something like that. But now companies who are financially disciplined, they will be able to compete and to dominate their markets. And companies who don't have money in their accounts, and honestly, if you don't have money in account, why are you offering service? Why are you offering your warranty? If you telling me that you have to have 50% or you will not make it, well, ask yourself, how good is your promise? How good is your warranty? How good is everything that you're putting out there? Are you really that good? You have to be resourceful. You have to figure it out. If we have regulation that you cannot take 50%, unfortunately, many contractors will go out of business, which is, I don't think it's going to be a big deal, especially in some states like Texas, Colorado, Chicago, because we have way too many contractors, way too many Ponzi schemes, and way too many scammers. So consumer will win with a lower deposits. Contractors will have harder game to play, which is not always a bad thing. It will fix a lot of problems by itself, and I think overall will be better for the industry in general. Safer for the consumer. I would argue that it's also much easier for the business owners as well. As a matter of fact, if you follow Mike Michalowicz Profit First, like, it will force you to be more careful with the cash flow, forcing you to do better decisions. You will be less tempted to tap into those deposits, because when you have $200,000 on your account, it's hard not to spend. I'm a spender myself. We start gambling. We start taking that money and investing them in something we think will make us money. What if it doesn't? And sometimes it doesn't. So we go on a spending spree with someone else's money. If you have smaller deposits or no deposits at all, now you don't have that luxury, you don't have the chance, you don't have that opportunity to mess up your business because of your lack of financial discipline. We have one problem here. Shady homeowners will have more opportunity not to pay their bills. Well, we have legal system in place. We can file liens on the properties. And I think that if you are a good contractor, if you do what's right, I don't think you should be worried about it. And if you so worry about it, then don't take a job in the first place. If you don't trust the homeowner, if you found something, like if you have any reason not to believe the homeowner, if you have doubts, just walk away. You don't have to do business with everyone. Comment below what you think. I know the topic is controversial. If you're the homeowner and you're looking for contractor right now, check out directory.com. It's our referral list. It's our sister company. We checked every single contractor who is listed in directory. We back them up with our own money, $20,000 guarantee. So if those contractors take your money and run away, I will personally pay you that down payment amount that you have paid them, and we will replace that check. No question asked. But if you found a contractor at directory.com, we will make it right with you, because we don't give bad recommendations. And if we did recommend someone who is shady, who did a horrible job, and you have to start over, we will be involved and we will make it right. So comment below what you guys think. Give it a like. It truly helps on YouTube. And I'll see you guys in the next video.